All right, 229-140 alerters, except for the other of her locomotives covered in Part 238 with the chapter, each of the following locomotives shall be equipped with a functioning alerter with described in the paragraphs B and through D of this section. A locomotive that is first placed in the service the first time on or after June 10th, 2013 will be used in controlling locomotives operated at speeds in excess of 25 miles an hour. All controlling locomotives operated at speed in excess of 25 miles an hour on or after January 1st, 2017. The alerter locomotives subject to paragraph A of this section shall be equipped with a manual reset with alerting warning time cycle with the shut automatically reset with the result of any of the following operation. At least 3 of the following automatic resets shall be functionally at any time given time. Movement of the throttle handle to moving the dynamic brake control handle, movement of the operator's horn activation handle, movement of the operator's bell activation handle, movement of the automatic brake valve handle. C. Barreling the independent brake valve, depressing the independent brake valve handle. All alerts should provide with an audible alarm expiration timing cycle interval. An alert locomotive that is placed in service for the first time on after June 10th. The listener shall display a visual indication for the operator at least 5 seconds prior to the audio alarm. The visual indication on the alert shall be so equipped shall be visible to the operator from the normal position of the cab. Alternating warning time cycle intervals shall be within 10 seconds of the calculated setting, utilizing for the formula timing cycle specified in seconds to 2400 divided by track speed specified in miles per hour for the locomotives operating at the speeds below 20 miles an hour. Intervals should be between 110 seconds to 130 seconds. Any locomotive that is equipped with an alerter shall have the alerter function operating as intended when the locomotive is used with the controlling locomotive. F. A controlling locomotive equipped with an alerter shall be tested prior to the departure from the initial terminal prior to being coupled as the lead locomotive. The locomotive consisting of allowing the warning time the cycle to expire with the result of the application of the locomotive brakes at a penalty rate. 229-141 body structure multiple unit locomotives. Multiple unit locomotives built new after April 1st, 1956 were operated within the trains having total empty weight of 600,000 pounds or more shall have the body of the structure designed to exceed the following minimum specification. The body structure shall resist minimum static end load of 800,000 pounds if the rear draft stops ahead of the bolster and the center plate of the draft. Whether developing any permanent deformation in any member of the body of the structure. 2. Any anti-climbing arrangement shall be applied to each member of the design so equipped the multiple unit locomotives under the full compression shall mate in the manner of the resist one of the locomotive. From climbing over from the other, the arrangement management shall be resist the vertical load of 100,000 pounds with exceeding the yield point of the various parts of its attachment to the body structure. The coupler and carrier in connection with the body structure shall be designed to resist vertical downward thrust of the coupler shank of 100,000 pounds of the horizontal position coupler without exceeding the yield points of the materials used. And when the yielding type of the coupler carrier is auxiliary arrangement shall be provided with the compliance with the requirements. For the outside end of each of the locomotives shall be provided with two main vertical members, one at each side of the diaphragm opening. Each of the main members of the shall have the ultimate share of the value not less than 300,000 pounds at the point even with the top of the underframe and to which it was attached. The attachment of these members at the bottom shall be sufficient to develop the full shear value, and the reinforcement issued to provide the shear value. Reinforcement shall have the full value of the distance up to 18 inches from the underframe. The connection for the contained point of approximately 30 inches above the underframe connection. The strength of the means of locking the truck for the body hard shall be at least the equivalent of an ultimate shear value of 250,000 pounds. On or after November 8, 1990, paragraph A1 of this section does not apply with the passenger equipment as defined in statute 238.5 of this chapter unless such equipment is excluded through the requirements of 238.203 through 238.219, 238.223 of this chapter. The operating 238.201A2 of the chapter, paragraphs A2 through A4 section does not apply with the passenger equipment defined in statute 238.5 of this chapter. The placed in the service of this for the first time after September 8, 2000, unless such equipment is excluded from the requirements of statute 238.203 through the 238.219 and 238.223 of this chapter by operating 238.201A2 of this chapter. Being multiple unit locomotives built new and after April 1st, 1956 that are operated in trains having total empty weight of or loss of then 600,000 pounds shall have a body structure designed to meet and exceed the following minimum specifications. The body structure shall resist a minimum static end load of 400,000 pounds at the rear draft stops ahead of the bolster on the center line of the draft without delaying any permanent deformation in any member of the body structure. 2. Anti-climbing arrangements shall be applied at each end of the design so that the coupled locomotives under the full compression shall mate in the manner that will resist one of the locomotive climbing of the other. The arrangement shall resist the vertical load of the 75,000 pounds without exceeding the yield point of the various parts of the attachment of the body structure. The coupler carrier, its connection to the body of the structure, shall be designed to resist the vertical downward thrust of the coupled shank with 75,000 pounds of horizontal position of the coupler without exceeding the yield points for the mass of the materials used. The yield type of the coupler carrier is used. The auxiliary arrangement shall be provided with the complies with these requirements. 4. The outside end of the multiple unit locomotive shall be provided with the 2 main vertical members, one each for the diaphragm opening. Each main member shall have the ultimate shear value not less than 200,000 pounds at the point even when the top of the underframe member to which it is attached. The attachment of these members at the bottom shall have sufficient developed their full shear value. Reinforcement shall have the full value of the distance of 18 inches up from the underframe connection and the taper of the point approximately 30 inches above the underframe connection. 5. The strength of the means of locking the truck and the body shall be at least equivalent to the ultimate shear value of 250,000 pounds. On or after November 8, 1999, paragraph A1 of this section does not apply to the passenger equipment as defined in Statute 238.5 of this chapter unless such equipment is excluded through the requirements of Statute 238.203 through 238.219 and 238.223 of this chapter by operation of 238.201 A2 of the chapter. Paragraphs A2 through A4 of the section do not apply to the passenger equipment as defined in Statute 238.5 of the chapter is placed in service for the first time after September 8, 2000, unless each equipment is excluded. These requirements of Statute 238.203 through the 238.219, 238.223 of the chapter. Operation 238.201 A2 of this chapter. Subpart D, locomotive crash-worthy design requirements.